Good morning, Quadcopter 101. And what I got for you today is another in my series of Attack of the Micros. This is the Juncheng 3015. It's a very cheap little micro quadcopter. I really like micros, and the reason I like micros, you can fly them just about anywhere. Nobody complains. You can fly them indoors, outdoors, and even though they're usually dirt cheap, this one's around $19, $20, they fly like bats out of hell usually. Not all. That's what I want to find out about this one. How well does this one fly, and also how well does it fly in the wind? I got a nice little breeze about 5 miles an hour right in my face. We're going to fly it upwind into that breeze. We're also going to try to see what type of range we can get out of this quadcopter, so I can fly it upwind, and I'm going to fly it about 30 degrees up, so if I lose contact, the breeze will blow it back to me. Now, for that, with that in mind, what I need to do before I do a range test is find out what this quadcopter will do if it loses reception in the transmitter. And wait a minute, I gotta plug that in better. I don't think that plugged in all the way. Hold on, folks. Okay, give that a few seconds. There we go. Okay, what I need to know is what will this quadcopter do if I lose reception in the transmitter. And the way I do that is I give it a little bit of throttle. A little bit of throttle. And then I turn off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, 1003. So after 3 seconds, it drops. So that's good. Okay, so we know it's safe to fly this out of range, that it's not going to fly away from us. Let's rebind to the transmitter. I hope all I need to do is rebind it. We'll find out. Yeah. Okay, let's go for a flight. I'm going to go into expert mode. Other switches on this is lights. This is your flip button. And this is auto demo. I don't know what that is. We'll try that out if I have time here. But right now I want to see if it fights the wind. And how well does it maneuver. Holy moly. Did you see that? That's funnels that this thing does? Whoa. This has got to be the most maneuverable micro I've ever seen. I'm in expert mode now, mind you. This is not for beginners in expert mode. Okay, let's take it back to beginners. Okay, here we are in beginners. That's more reasonable. That's the yaw rate in beginners, but let's go back to expert and see that yaw rate. That's the yaw rate of this thing. Look at that. Oh, this is a great little quad. And it's 20 bucks. What was that? It was doing auto flips. Maybe this thing in expert mode has, what do you call it? Auto flipper. Let's try it. I'm going to do a real quick forward push. Oh, no, it's not doing that again. The wind was confusing it there. Doing high rates of turn like that in this wind, it did not like that. I'm going back to beginner. There's a piece of little piece of leaf stuck in there. Let me get that out of there. That's not important. Let's see what type of range we can get this. Okay, that's 100 meters to the end of that field. Let's see if I can make it. I'm going to beginner, so I have some control over this. Take it up a little higher too. That's 100 meter. What do you know? 100 meters. Well, no, that was okay. That's a little past midfield, so that's 60 meters. So we're getting about 60 meters range. With this wind, I didn't want to. We got some issues here with trying to maintain orientation on this quadcopter, especially with this wind. And also it's got a white prop in the front, and that's throwing me off big time. Okay, here we are back at, this is beginner's mode, if you can call that beginner. It's a great little quadcopter. Juncheng 3015. Okay, let's try the flips. Flip button. Oh, that did a nice flip. Let's try it again. Flip it in the wind. Try a flip again. I think the battery might be getting low. Nope. There we go. It flips. Sometimes it flips when I don't want it to flip. I don't know what that was. A gust of wind comes along and it'll flip. Okay, let's try that auto demo. What is that? Whoa! That was cool. Did you see that? Let's try that again. I'm doing it in the wind, so I gotta be careful here. It does a series of flips when you put it in auto demo. Let me take it way upwind and press auto demo. Whoa, that was a wild, wicked series of flips. I don't know what that was. Is it going to do that anymore? You gotta be careful. You fly this thing, fly it in a grassy field, because it wants to, does all kinds of weird flips. That's the auto demo. It does two flips, a right and a left flip. Do that again. Okay, I'm going back to high. I don't know what that beeping is. It maybe it thinks my battery's weak. That's not high. I gotta learn this. Let me land this for a second. I don't know what that is. I think it thinks my battery is low. And they could be. I got little cheap rechargeables in here. Okay, this is funnels at intermediate or beginner. And with that battery beeping like that, let me turn it off and rebind the transmitter. Where's my transmitter beeping? I want to go to high. I want to do that again. That was pretty darn cool, that flying in high. Yeah, it thinks my transmitter batteries are low. That also might be a warning, an automatic warning telling me that the battery of this quadcopter is low. I don't know all the features of this thing yet. Let's try rebinding it again. Yeah, I'm flying this till it drops. So it thinks the batteries in my transmitter are low, and they are cheap little imported batteries, if you know what I mean. Cheap imported rechargeables. I got them like 8 for $1. But they work normally. This takes AAA batteries, and I'll show you those batteries. So that, yeah, they probably are low. Let me get some thumbnails before this flight's over. This ain't a bad little quadcopter for 20 bucks. Whoa, that wind's picking up. And it fights a wind in beginners. Thumbnail. It fights a wind easily in beginners. This little quad. Okay, there goes the battery. This quad is more for intermediate flyers, I think. It's real fast, very fast, especially in expert mode with a very high yaw rate. I guess people have been asking for high yaw rates. Juncheng has provided that. The auto demo, you press that, it does a right flip and then it does a left flip. You can turn the lights on and off. It does flips. Sometimes it does flips that I didn't even ask it to do. So, especially when a gust of wind comes along, it'll just, I don't know. I think it's going into a flip when a gust of wind hits it just right, and it'll do weird flips sometimes. But otherwise, boy oh boy, this is a fast little quad. I had a hard time maintaining control at expert. You got to be an expert to fly this at expert. Okay, this is the Juncheng 3015. I kind of like it. Quadcopter 101, signing off on this windy morning.